Good morning, friends. So I wanted to record this video this morning. Sorry if the lighting is a little off, but I'm using a different camera because my other camera is dead and I wanted to get this video out for you guys. So before the house wakes up and we don't have quiet time anymore. So let's just get started on what you would need. Today we are making a nude, a pigmented brown lip gloss and a pigmented red lip gloss. So the materials you're going to need is these styrofoam bowls. I got these from Dollar Tree. You're going to need 3 pairs of gloves. I got these from Walmart before the crisis, and the price of them was very not expensive. You're going to need 2 syringes. These are 60 milliliter syringes. I got these from Amazon. They came 10 in a pack. You're going to need this sampler bowl, so when you sample the lip gloss, you can when you're done with the lip gloss, you can put it in here and then use this little batch to sample it on your lips. I got these from Dollar Tree. It comes 10 in a pack. You're going to need your scoops to scoop out your pigment. I got those from Michael's. You're going to need your 2 pipettes. These are from Amazon. Come 100 in a pack. You're going to need your wand tubes. I have the top and I have it inserted because that's how I keep count of them, but they are sanitized and cleaned. I'm also making sampler jars. I got these, a pack of 50 from Amazon. You're going to need your pigments. I have the chocolate mica and the red Alum Lake, both from TKB Trading. I have my white pigment, my brown pigment, and my red liquid pigment. And you're going to need both of those because if you don't know, to make pigment show up on your lips, you need the powder and the liquid included in it. I also have my already mixed up oils that I use for my concoction. I already have that. You're going to need a spoon in order to mix it together, and your Versagel, which I still have to get because I forgot to put it on the table. So those are all the things that you need in order to complete this process. So stay tuned to see how we get it started. Alrighty, the first thing we're going to do is test out our colors. We have our spoon. The first thing we're going to do is get our pigment and our colors mixed together. So we have our 2 liquid pigments here. We have our powder pigments as well. And we're going to put them in a bowl. You're going to start out light and see what happens. So I'm going to do 2 drops of brown. Well, I'm going to do 4 drops. 4 drops of brown. And then I'm going to do 4 drops. Make sure you shake it up because sometimes it comes out a little watery. And 4 drops of red. I'm going to add my powder pigment. And then after this, we can work on a nude brown. Like a light nude brown. I'm going to do 2 big scoops of the brown. Like big scoops. And then close that back up. And the same with the red. You see it is a bright red. Like 2 big scoops of the red. And then we're going to mix that all together. And I know you're probably like, why are you mixing it together without the Versagel? Because I want it to be very, very brown. And I want this to be very, very red. So if I mix it together in this pot first, then I know what color it is. Because the redder it is, the more it shows. The browner it is, the more it shows. You gotta have a lot of pigment. So we have our Versagel. This is a 3.5 pound bag. You see I'm working on a little bit that's left. but it's enough to make a lot more lip gloss. So the 3.5-pound bag, yes, it is $50, almost $60. But when I tell you that it makes a lot of lip gloss, way more than the 5.5 ounce. The 5.5 ounce does not make the amount of lip gloss that it says it makes at all. And once you add your oil, it automatically lightens up. So I did it in the bowl first so I can see what color it comes out. But once you add your oil, it automatically lightens up. So this is before oil. Is that red before oil? Is that brown before oil? But once I add my oil in there, it's going to completely lighten up, which means I have to insert more powder and more liquid pigments. Okay, now that we have gotten our lip gloss to the consistency that we want, I did it off camera because it does take a little bit of time to get it like that. It's like the flick of the wrist. You got to be moving the flick of the wrist. Make your wrist feel like they're a little broken. But anywho, we got it to the consistency. I added my oils that I needed to do in it. You just got to keep adding oils till you get it to the consistency that you want. Because as you know, the Versagel comes out very, very thick. So you just got to keep stirring. And then once you keep stirring and you get it to where you want it, then you can start going from there. So now that I mix it to get it to the consistency that I like, we are going to add more pigment, because even though it's red and it's brown, you can see that it's red and brown, I still want it to show on your lips as red and brown, like red lipstick or brown lipstick or whatever. So what I'm going to do, remember, like I said, sometimes if you've been using it, you got to shake it up to make sure that the color comes out at its full potency. I'm going to add 5 more drops of red. And I'm going to add 5 more drops of brown. And we're going to go right back in with our pigment powder. And this time, instead of 2, we're going to do 4. And you might say, wow, that's a lot of pigment. Yes, baby. I want it to be red. Like red, like red. Like you put on a red lip, baby, because you want your lips to be super red and super pigment and super sexy. And 4 drops of brown, because I did this before, but it came out tinted color. And yes, I love the way that it tints my lip brown, but I want my lips to be actually brown. Like fully brown. So this should be all the pigment that we're going to need. Be careful when mixing the pigment up with the Versagel, because it is powder, and if you mix too hard, you're wasting pigment, because the pigment will fly out the container or the bowl or whatever you're using. It will fly out of it. So we're going to mix this up really good. And in a few minutes, our little test trays is going to come in handy. So I'm just going to put that right there, because our test trays is going to come in handy, because we're going to use our test trays to make sure that it is the color that we want. Because if you can't test it on yourself, why would you sell it to other people, right? If you can't be your own advertising model, why would you expect other people to buy into your product? So my products are made for people with sensitive lips, because I have very sensitive lips. Like, I can't go into a store and buy anything with lip gloss. Like, any makeup that's made in the store, I can't wear it and I can't buy it, because it breaks my skin out and my face. I don't know what chemicals they use, but I got tired of just wearing Carmex and chapstick. So I made my lip gloss especially for people like me with sensitive lips that can't buy the lip gloss out the store. That's the color that we ended with. right there. We're about to put the lip gloss in our little trays to test it out. You don't need a lot, just a little dab. Enough to cover your lips. So there's the lip gloss in our trays. And now we're about to get my little brush to test it out on our lips. Okay, so I have these sample brushes. They also go with my little samples that I have. But these are sample brushes that they're disposable. It comes 100 in a pack. I got these from Amazon. You see they're clear wand tubes. The wand bottoms, I love that. So it comes in 2 separate packs. I got these from Amazon as well. And we're going to use one to use as our sample. I might use 2 of them. 2 of them. We have one for the red and one for the brown. So you guys, this is the red on my lips. As you can see, it shows. You can tell it's red, which is what I wanted. So yes. It looks so good. Now let's take a look at what the brown looks like. And here's the brown. Like, yes, and this is natural lighting. This is not a ring light. This is not anything. This is the natural lighting. I'm just so excited. It came out perfect. Now, since we tested the colors and everything came out perfect, we are now about to add the flavoring. As you know, the red one is automatically going to be strawberry, because when you think of red, you think of strawberries. So that one's automatically going to be strawberry. I normally make my brown lip glosses vanilla, but in this instance, I don't want to do that. So I have a choice either between the mint flavor or the mango. And I got these flavors from Hobby Lobby and Michael's, because sometimes they both sell the same flavors, but some stores may be out, some stores may be in. So yeah. And I like these better than Lorraine's, because Lorraine's, it doesn't have any flavors. It doesn't have a scent. That is food flavoring instead of food scents. These are scents. So whatever it is what your lip gloss is going to smell like. So let me add the red. So I'm going to do, yeah. And then I can't decide between mango and mint. I think I'm going to do a mint, because when you think of chocolate, you don't think of mangoes. Even though my mango smells so good. And I put a lot of scent in it because I want it to be, soon as you untwist the top, you smell it. Like, I want it to be that potent in scents. And the mint, it doesn't smell like peppermint or anything. It's like it's a nice smell. It's like a fruity mint. And the strawberry smells amazing. Like, I could smell it now. That's how amazing it smells. Yes. Alrighty. So now we're about to fill our syringes. We have our new gloves on. We're about to fill these syringes up, hunty. The pressure sometimes sucks it back in, so you gotta pop that bad boy out. I think I'm gonna pour this one in. I don't know. Instead of scooping it, I think I'm just gonna pour it in. And I'm twisting the syringe so it doesn't like get clumped up at the top. And that's our brown syringe. I'm going to sit that to the side, balance that on my glove so it doesn't like tilt over or spill out. There we go. We're going to do our red one now. So we have our brown and our red syringes filled up. The tops are still on it, so that's why they're not leaking out the bottom. Before I put the top on, I'm going to take that pressure cap off and then do it like that. So, I'm going to take this. I'm going to move that out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Okay, so we have our two pipettes. We have our tape to take the pipette on. And our scissors to cut the pipettes. You're going to cut the ball part off. And then you're going to cut the very tip off. So you're going to cut the ball part off. And the very tip off. And your pipette should look like that. We're going to pick that back up. Don't want that. Just don't want our product to spill. Take the tip off of this. Put that on there. Get our tape. Place it on the top of the pipette to where it stops on the tube. Twist that around. And it should look like that. And we're going to do that again. Take the top off that. Put the pipette on. Get our tape. Put it at the tip. At the top where the pipette meets the pipe. And there you have it. And the reason why it's not going down because I haven't submitted the pressure for the pipette to go in the tube. Before I do that, I like to insert the tip of my pipette inside my tube that I'm going to be putting the lip gloss in, because once the pressure goes in there, it automatically starts flowing down the pipette. So to prevent overflow, you just gotta get my hands. There we go. I might have to stand up for this so you guys can see. As you can see, before I started pushing, it was automatically, come on, there we go, flowing out. But you just take it slow. Take it slow. And with the tubes, you can fill them all the way to the top, because there's no one tube going in the middle of it to prevent it from being able to fill all the way up. Okay, now that you guys see that, I'm just gonna put the excess inside of a sample. And we're going to repeat. Let me stand up. Oops, snap. That went right in there. This is real time. I'm not speeding anything up because I want you guys to really see the process. Oops, sometimes it drips out. It's okay. A little product went somewhere. It's okay. Okay, now that all our tubes are filled, as you can see, there's 3 brown because I had enough to make 3, and there's 2 red because I had enough to make 2. This little bit is left in here because I'm going to make some more in order to fill up more tubes because I love the color. This was a test try. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but it turned out perfectly. So I'm going to make some more because it just came out so amazing. Anywho, these 3 right here are these little small tubes. These are my sample bottles, and these are the actual tubes. I'm going to make 1 more brown and 1 more red because I always make myself a personal batch when I make my lip glosses because that's how I test them out. That's how I walk around with them. That's how I wear them. Like, yes. I'm going to put the tops in them, clean them off, and then I'll be back after I do everything else. Stay tuned. And you guys, we are all finished. This is the final product with my business labels on them. These are holographic vinyl labels. I made them with my Cricut machine. I wanted you to see them in the light to see how beautiful they came out. Ooh, those are my samples. Alright, you guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying with me through this entire 22-minute video. I didn't speed anything up because I wanted you guys to see it in real time. But I am so happy with how my lip gloss came out. Thanks for watching. Bye!